I'd like to tell you about one of my favorite stores. It is a grocery store called Publix. I know what you're thinking. Her favorite store is a grocery store? Let me explain. I know when you're young, your favorite store is usually someplace fun, like Toys R Us or GameStop. But when you get older, fun isn't the only priority. Things like great customer service and fair prices become more important. Those are a couple of the reasons why I love shopping at Publix. I also like the fact that the stores are always very clean, the employees are friendly and helpful, and I can always find what I'm looking for. I just feel bad for anyone who lives north of Tennessee because there are no Publix stores up north. Have you ever held a baby? Do you remember the first time you did? I do. It was about 10 years ago when my niece was born. I was pretty young back then, but I can still remember it very clearly. I can picture it now. My family and I were anxiously waiting in the hospital waiting area, hoping she would be born soon. After what felt like an eternity, we finally heard a loud squeal from all the way down the hall. She was here. We all jumped to our feet, excited to see and hold beautiful baby Jasmine. When we were finally allowed to see her, I couldn't wait to get my arms around her. It was such an exciting experience. I could never imagine a real person being so small, yet there I was holding her. I'd like to share with you a somewhat bizarre experience I had this past weekend. I have a friend who is obsessed with Harry Potter. She's read all the books and seen all the movies. She recently asked me to join her in seeing the newest Harry Potter movie. Don't ask me which one it was, I've already forgotten. Anyway, I agreed to join her despite the fact that I stopped being interested in Harry Potter after about the third book. Now, my idea of getting dressed for the movies involves jeans, a t-shirt, and some flip-flops. Harry Potter fanatics, however, have a completely different idea. Imagine my surprise when I got to the theater and everyone, including my friend, was dressed in cloaks and carrying wands. Normally, that kind of outfit gets odd stares, but now I was the outcast. Talk about strange and embarrassing. I'd like to share with you a few things I've learned that might help in preparing for your next interview. These tips are pretty general, so you should benefit from them regardless of the job you're interviewing for. One important thing to do is make sure you look presentable. By this I mean dressing in a professional manner and ensuring good hygiene. I've also learned that it helps if you've rehearsed your interview with another person before the big day. Sometimes you can predict the routine kinds of questions asked in most interviews, such as, why would you be an asset to our team? Or, what are your strengths and weaknesses? If you practice these things before going into the interview, you may be better prepared to answer the questions during the real thing.